Hi, I'm Lucy Edwards, and I am here with Sanela Kanjiza, my guest, and a real estate professional, and we will talk about real estate in South Florida.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Would love to start with what's your role in real estate, and when did you begin? What's your journey? What's your history?
Um, my, I have a very specific, I will say, role in real estate. I find it very personal. As somebody who had to leave home during the war in Kosovo, I can connect with my clients, buyers, and sellers on a very deeper level. So for me, this is kind of very personal in a way. I don't take my role slightly. And I don't take my customers as transactions. I treat them as humans. I am very transparent. And even though it's good to be salesy, right? Salesperson, it's amazing to be a good salesperson. For me, in a world where everybody is so transactional, I like to be and have a different approach and just be very professional and connect with people in a deeper level, not just as somebody who's just gonna take your home, sell it, and not actually care. So I put a lot of care into every transaction.
Would you say a lot of your clients are from Kosovo or from former Yugoslavia, or they are from everywhere?
Definitely from everywhere, especially here in South Florida. There's not that many. There is, but it's not really such a huge, big community of our people in here. However, I am networking a lot, so I'm finding out that actually discovering every single day that there is more and more. But no, my clients are not only from where I originally come from, because this is my home now. So I always say, oh, back my home, this is my home, right? But I work with all people, all backgrounds. It doesn't really matter who they are, what they are. What's different maybe and unique about me is that I can serve people from where I come from in our languages. I can serve people in English. I can help in Serbian and Albanian. I can basically guide them through the entire process in 3 languages.
Even in Russian?
I do. Я вчился говорить по-русски в школу, но я забыл. I do understand a little bit of Russian, and actually I'm working on improving my Russian skills again.
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, there are lots of opportunities with different nationalities. But the fact that you came from a different country, it also helps you, in my understanding, build connection with other foreigners anywhere, even if you don't speak the language, anywhere from Europe or from Central or South America, because you have something in common. You know, you and your clients came from elsewhere.
Absolutely. Being an immigrant, right? It definitely helps you connect more with foreigners, people who come from different countries, or even people who come from different states, right? Even if you are in the United States, relocating to Florida, it's a big step for a lot of people, right? And not everybody was as brave as I was. Just pick up my 6-year-old daughter and move to across the ocean, come to United States, specifically in South Florida. So I can relate to people even when they're relocating. Doesn't matter if it's from United States, but when it's over the seas, it's even riskier and harder, especially if they have never been in United States. So it's really important that people can trust you, that people can see your honesty, because you have to mirror and match people in any situation, right? But I think you have to connect with people in a way, especially when they come with families and kids. So they worry, is it a good area? Is it a safe area? Is it a good school? So that's where I can help anybody that is looking to relocate, whether it's from US, United States, any state, or outside the country. I'm always here to help.
And you cover quite a bit. You are all the way from Miami through Palm Beach. That's a 2-hour drive.
It is, and I actually, believe it or not, I like driving. I was a journalist for 13 years back home. where I come from, back in Yugoslavia. So being on the field was part of my job. That's why also I love real estate, because it reminds me so much of, it's a very similar skill in the way I'm always out, I'm always in the field, I'm always working with people, and I'm always driving. I'm not always like 10 hours in the office.
Because you're not behind the computer screen.
I am not, exactly. I love that personal touch with people. I like to connect with people. I don't have an issue talking to people. Obviously, I have interviewed presidents and all kind of high level people. So me talking to people, it definitely is not an issue. And I actually, I'm very people's person and love connecting with anybody, all different kind of backgrounds. There's always something to learn.
Well, do you prefer to work with buyers or sellers? What about buyers? Let's switch gears a little bit.
I love working with both. I love working with buyers. I love working with sellers. I love working with investors. I love working with renters. Everybody has a different approach. Everybody needs a different strategy. And being able to represent everybody, you are always on a different side of the transaction, because everybody needs a different approach. It's not the same, right? If, for example, you ask me for the buyers, I love working with buyers. I love working with buyers. I love showing them homes. And when I say showing them homes, I'm not just a door opener, right? And that's when people really trust me, because I'm a very straightforward and very honest person, and I'm very transparent. So if I see that there is a home that financials or whatever, I know a lot about the properties, the actual properties, the appraisals, because I have done property management myself. And I have been in the mortgage industry as well. So I have 9 years of experience altogether. So I can guide people from contracts to appraisals, insurances. I know the real estate from all sides, which it's really unique because not all realtors have had that kind of experience. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, absolutely not. But I'm just saying this is where I bring the value, right? If I have done condo property management, I know all about the condos. Whether you're buying a 3-story condo or a high rise, that's where I chip in. That's where I can help you. And as far as the buyers, I love working with buyers and being able to see that closing date with the buyers, especially if they're a first-time home buyer, or even if it's a 10 home, right? It adds a value. It's really a special feeling. It's a feeling where you become part of their journey. And it's really emotional for them. And that's why I love working with buyers as well.
I'm sure it's very rewarding.
It is very rewarding job. And it's not just a job, it's a career, it's a journey. For me, I believe that all of us, we're a legendary on our own. We all have our own legend. We all have our story to live in, our own journey. And I think that it's really amazing when you get to be part of that big step in someone's life, and they remember you for the good, and they say, oh, Sanela gave us such an amazing advice, and we bought this beautiful home, and we were able to get this good deal thanks to her.
Yeah, that is fantastic. That is really, I'm sure it's a great, warm, passionate feeling that you go through. I would like to ask you, so you are part of Location Real Estate, such an amazing company, and I've known the leadership for quite a few years. Let's talk a little bit about it, their support, their passion for agents, how much they want to help and coach and guide, the education that they offer. What's your feedback?
I love being part of Location Real Estate. I really love our brokerage. I love Michelle, our broker. I love Jonathan, our broker. They're such an amazing people. They are realtors themselves, right? So they understand the journey. They have been through the journey, so they can relate with the journey. I love having them in my team, or being in their team, working together with them. We definitely have a great support. Anytime I needed support, I always received it. And I'm really happy. And I will always recommend every realtor to become part of location real estate, because we have so many good benefits that I don't think everybody has.
If someone decides to buy or sell, but they're not sure, will you be able to guide them, whether it's the good time, whether it's the right property for them, whether it's the right location like you were talking about, and how can they find you?
People can always reach out through my website. I'm very active on social media. They have my contact info. It's everywhere. Every time you open any of my social media, you can see I'm a realtor, a real estate agent. So it's very easy to find me and get my info, get in touch with me if needed.
Being part of Best Agent Today, and now you are our best client ever, so happy to have you on board. Being visible, building pipeline, having social media presence, how important is it to you?
Social media, it's not anymore something, it's not a luxury in a way where, oh, I don't have time for social media, because I hear that all the time, right? Not everything is for everybody, right? But today, internet and social media, it's like we used to have a joke, if you're not on Facebook, you don't exist, right? Mm-hmm. Especially when you're in this business, when you're in real estate, and where everybody is in social media. You not using what you have and all the tools that are already given to you, you're losing a lot. Like you're missing a lot, right? Because you have to be active. People have to know you. People have to see you. And if you're not active on the social media, right? When people sell or buy, they're not going to remember you. So you have to be constantly active in order for people to remember, oh, wait, I think I saw on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever works for you, right? Not everything is for everybody. We all have our niches, what we like, what we feel comfortable. But also being in social media, it's a full-time job. It really requires a lot of work to do that as well. But eventually you get so trained into doing it that it just takes a few seconds to post a video or connect with your audience.
Well, that's one of the reasons you joined Best Agent Today, because we do a lot for you. We do the newsletters for you. We also do social media ads for you, and the pipeline, which is very important. And you saw you have about 40,000 impressions. 40,000 people were able to look at your profile, and that also, like you were saying, it's important to be in front of your audience. So
definitely, and thank you for that. I really appreciate that. It is so important that you're always present and that people know who you are, right? Because if you are not present, then people don't know that you're in real estate, that you sell real estate. How can they connect with you if they don't know what you do for a living? So definitely, it's in today's market, especially where the competition is huge. And in Florida, everybody's a realtor. Everybody's a realtor. Everybody has a real estate license. Everybody has an aunt, cousin who is a realtor. So, but of course, there is a market for everybody. There is enough business for everybody. We all do what works the best for us, definitely. But not being present in such a big market, competitive market, you're just missing out, basically.
Well, thank you, Sanela. So please reach out to Sanela when you need to buy, sell, rent, invest, or you have new development. You have the right realtor in front of you.
Thank you, Lucy. I really appreciate, and I'm happy to connect and work with you as well. And I'll be happy to connect with buyers and sellers or renters, whoever needs assistance.
Cheers, everybody.